Hello, students. Let's talk more about our first chapter of geography, that is resources. And in this module, I am going to discuss about conservation of resources and steps taken by the Indian government. So, let's move ahead and first of all, let's know why do we actually need to conserve our resources. Let's see. The first need to conserve our resources is that the stock of non renewable resource is limited. Now, we all know that we have been gifted with large quantities of natural resources on the earth, isn't it? And we must consume them properly and save them from wastage. Now, this policy of consuming the natural resources judicially or properly, you can say, is important for all types of resources, but more so in the context of non-renewable resource. Why? Because once their stock is over, we human beings will not be able to use it in our lifespan, because generally the lifespan of human beings is around 60 to 70 or maybe 70 to 80 years, but these non-renewable resources actually takes thousands of years to get reproduced or replenished. So we need to conserve our natural resource, and more so non renewable resources, because they are not going to be reproduced in our lifetime. The second reason is that risks to humanity. That is, man has been able to actually make so much progress only on the basis of whatever development or consumption of these natural resources. But there has been so much environmental degradation that is done by we people, isn't it? And such degradation on a global scale could lead to extinction of human life. That is, we human generation, our human generation can be extinct, just as so many species of plants and animals are getting extinct. So we are also having a risk of extinction just because we are completely dependent on all the natural resources for sustaining our life. Now let's move ahead. The third need is demand for minerals is very high. Now this is very good thing that I am going to discuss. That if we talk about in the context of India, we Indians are the third largest consumer of materials, and this consumption is expected to increase because of our thanks to our population. So urbanization, you can say, is also a reason why there is more and more use of natural resources that is being done by human beings. And secondary sector, service sector, all these manufacturing, or you can say tertiary sector, these are dependent more and more on the natural resources. And the increase in the income of people has also led to more and more consumption, higher consumption patterns, which is leading again to more and more use of natural resources. So we Indians are having a very high demand for minerals. So that is also a reason why we need to conserve our resources. Otherwise our resources is going to be depleted in just few years. Now let's look at the next need of need for conservation of resources. The last one is that fall in the carrying capacity of nature. That is, the nature takes some time to reproduce, replenish the resources, the natural resources. And what is the problem? That we people are actually using the natural resources at a greater rate as compared to the rate of the replenishment by the nature. That is, the rate of over extraction, or you can say extraction of mineral resources or natural resources is more than the rate of their reproduction. So there is a fall in the carrying capacity of nature, and we have to conserve our resources. Now let's look at why. What is this conservation of resources that we are talking about? Conservation of resources means careful use of resources and giving them time to renew resources. That is, we have to optimally, judicially use whatever resources we have. We have to give some time to the nature to renew these resources. Once it is over or it is getting over, it needs so much time to get it renewed. So we have to give time. It means we have to slow down the use of our natural resources. All our lives are linked. That is, if we are hampering our natural resources, the plant life is going to be hampered, animal life is going to be hampered, and automatically the entire this food chain biosphere is going to be hampered, and we people who are dependent on this, we are also going to be influenced, impacted in a negative way. So we have to conserve our resources. Each person can contribute in the conservation of resources. How? We have to recycle the products, we have to reuse things, and we can reduce our consumption. Now, when we are talking about conservation of resources in India, the conservation of natural resources was felt by our ancestors also. And our ancestors have done it in the form of maintaining sacred forest, maintaining sacred, you can say, several water bodies. For example, Khechopalri Lake in Sikkim was declared as sacred by people. So, thus protecting the aquatic flora and fauna of that place. And one more way how our ancestors conserved our natural resources was by worshipping certain plants and trees. Like, for example, Tulsi tree, banyan, people. These are few very common trees which are plants or trees which are worshipped in our country. So, this is just one of the way how we are preserving them, but also we are encouraging the human beings for their plantation. So we are not only conserving them, we are also focusing them to plant these trees more. Now, when we are talking about this, there have been so many sacred forests and sacred pools or lakes, you can say, which have been declared by so many tribal people. For example, there was a tradition of respecting and preserving the nature and natural resources by our tribal people. So you can see that Indians had already felt the need of conserving our natural resources, and we have done it in the form of making few things as sacred. We have started worshipping. So, and let's see more. You can see this is one of the news article that was published recently. You can see what's it's written. One third of tropical African plants face extinction. Researchers carried out a computer analysis of the status of more than 22,000 vascular plant species in tropical Africa and used information. So you can see that much of the Western Africa, Ethiopia, and parts of Tanzania and Democratic Republic of the Congo are having short of African plants. So these plants are getting extinct. So you can just see that our newspapers are also having so many articles published every now and then regarding the depletion of resources and the need to conserve our natural resources. These natural resources can be in the form of plants, trees, animals, minerals, whatever. Now, the next article that you can see, that is global warming is making us unproductive. How? Let's see. Climate change is worrying medical experts about our health and fall in work productivity. According to the Lancet report, the report has warned that if we don't reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, for example, carbon, the world will suffer from the consequences of lower productivity and a sicker population for generations to come. So, if we are not going to conserve and reduce our carbon emissions, our productivity is going to be hampered because our health is going to be hampered. So, if you're not a healthy person, you're not going to contribute properly for your nation or whatever organization or school or whatever, wherever you are working. So, it's very important for us to conserve our resources and protect the depletion of the emission of greenhouse gas emissions. So these are just articles that I have put to explain that how the need to conserve resources is so important nowadays, not only for Indians but for the entire world, because we all are linked, isn't it? Now let's see what are the steps taken by our Indian government to conserve our natural resources. You can see here Nagar Van Udyan scheme. That is, the government of India has planned that at least one forest will be maintained in each of the 200 cities that they have decided. That is, 200 cities will be having some forest which will be maintained, so that people of those cities will come to know about the benefits and they start focusing on conservation of our natural resources. We are cutting trees nowadays, isn't it? We are having so much of furnitures and so many wooden things which are made from the wood of plants and trees. So in order to make people understand that we actually need these trees for us to survive, this Nagar One Udyan scheme has been started. The second point, waste management. That is, waste management had been started by our Mr. Prime Minister, that is Mr. Modi ji, in 2014 under Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And this is actually a mass movement which is focusing on recycling of the things and segregation of the waste materials. So, waste management is also a way to conserve our resources, because we are recycling, reusing the old things, used things. So, we are conserving our resources. Now, third is your Project Tiger, Project Rhino. Similarly, we have Project Elephant also in our country, and we also have crocodile conservation project also by our government. So there are so many projects which have been started by our government to protect the wildlife of the country. There is so much of illegal poaching, trading, and demand for the products that is made from actually the skin and fur or bone of these animals is very high. So we have to control this, and government has started these projects. You will be surprised to know that there are 47 tiger reserves in India. That is, the government has actually started, which has set up so many national parks, sanctuaries to protect the animal species, the birds, so that we have more of these natural resources. These are also natural resources, isn't it? And these are needed to maintain the food chain, or you can say the biosphere of the world. So Tiger, Project Rhino, all these types of projects have been started by the Indian government. And also, our Indian government has also set up some anti poaching team, and there is regular patrolling which is done in the forest area where we find these animals. Now, coming to the last, that is mangroves for the future. That is, mangroves are actually the areas, or you can say, of shrubs, of small trees that are usually grown in brackish water area. And why government is maintaining or protecting these mangroves? Because these actually protect coastal areas from tsunamis or erosion of water, erosion of soil. And most important thing is that mangroves are actually the home for so many different species of plants and aquatic animals or plants. So it is a home to flora and fauna. So the government of India is giving more and more focus of maintaining mangroves, so that there is better flora and fauna. For example, Sundarbans in our West Bengal of India is very famous mangroves which is there in our country. So we can see that the government is also taking so much of steps to conserve our natural resources. So students, kindly start conserving our natural resources. And the first thing which I would say, start conserving your water, because this is the next thing we are going to be short of. And I am sure people will start fighting if we are not getting enough of water for us. So let's conserve resources. Thank you, everyone.